The National Liquor Traders has warned against the consumption of illicit alcohol. It follows reports that traces of methanol were found at the autopsies of victims of the Enyobeni tragedy in the Eastern Cape. For more on this, we're joined by the National Liquor Traders Council convener, Lucky Ntimane. Lucky, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. Your warning of illicit alcohol at this point, we don't know where that methanol came from. Where is this warning coming from?
Thank you for the opportunity. So we are aware that methanol is being used in the manufacture of illicit products of alcohol to such an extent that this has grown into a collective market worth 20 billion rand per year, representing approximately 12% of the legal market. But also we know, Kathy, back in the COVID lockdown times, that we had a lot of fatalities as a result of concoctions that were made using methanol. So it will seem, even though the report is inconclusive, that was released by the Minister of Police, as well as the Premier, Oscar Mobiane, yesterday, that there was some trace of methanol in the bodies of those young ones that lost their lives at Enyobeni tavern. So we have reason to believe that they might have been exposed to this methanol, either ingested or by way of maybe some fumes that could link to methanol in the air. But we are concerned that there is methanol out there, and that this methanol at this stage could be linked to those deaths. Of
course, so part of the reason why people will turn to illicit alcohol is because what they find on their shelves is simply too expensive. It's something that many, of course, manufacturers benefit from, and perhaps even some of your own members may be guilty of.
No, so actually, Kathy, if you look at the rise in illicit trade of alcohol, it has been precisely because of the lockdowns that we're exposed to. People who could not access the legal alcohol, and then they turned into the illicit stuff because that was the only thing that was available. But also, if we look at the Euromonitor report that was released in 2020, almost the illicit trade of alcohol has increased almost eightfold over the past 8 years. So this is a significant increase where now these manufacturers of illicit alcohol are able to produce at large scale. They now run the markets that are very well pronounced, and they even have a route to market. They know where to send this product to. So we are concerned because it seems that because of these route to markets that are now established on the ground, we will find this product not just only in taverns or in retailers, but also with consumers having proper access to it, like we've seen in Enyobeni, where alcohol was offered for free. And we wonder, for example, in that regard, what was in that alcohol that was offered for free? And there was free food as well. We also wonder what was in that free food. But all we know now, based on scientific evidence of what was released yesterday, is that methanol was involved in the deaths of those kids one way or another.
So what are you saying, Lucky? Are you saying that cost isn't a factor and a driver for people driving to illegal alcohol?
No, we do not believe that the cost of alcohol is a driver to people going into the illicit. We believe that this market was cultivated during the height of the pandemic when there were restrictions where people could not access alcohol at all. We do not believe that there is a linkage at all that could be drawn between the sale of alcohol in terms of the pricing as well as the availability and access to it to consumers.
So what is it exactly that you want consumers to know then?
So consumers need to be aware that we have in the market what we call substitute products. This will be these illicit manufacturers using legitimate bottles to package this illicit liquid inside. So, for example, the white spirit, they'll just find the battery acid and some liquid and mix it up and then pass it on as a legitimate product. But also we have what we call grey imports. So these will be products that are not supposed to be sold in South Africa, but they are shipped from outside the country and sold at a much cheaper price in South Africa. So we are saying to our consumers that they need to be alert. But also we send the same message to liquor traders that, any product that is passed on, at the cheaper price that raises suspicion, they should be aware and alert that they should not buy those, but revert only to buying to reputable suppliers and retailers that are out there that they've been relying on pre-COVID times.
All right, Lucky Ntimane, let's leave it there for tonight.